Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. What if I told you Teresa's a place in Louisiana where the air gets cold the moment you step through the front door, where guests have been slapped by invisible hands, and where a woman in a green dress has been spotted gliding through the hallways for over a century? I'm talking about the Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana, widely regarded as America's most haunted house. This antebellum mansion has been terrifying visitors, confounding investigators, and refusing to explain its mysteries for over 200 years. So, what exactly is going on inside those creaking walls? Let's pull back the curtain on one of the most documented cases of paranormal activity in American history. The Myrtles Plantation was built in 1796 by General Thomas C. Ewers, and over the years became home to generations of the same family. The house itself is a stunning example of Southern Greek Revival architecture, with its iconic 22 main rooms, 7 fireplaces, and those famous sweeping stairs that visitors claim lead directly to the spirit world. But behind all that beauty lies a dark history steeped in tragedy and violence. At the heart of the haunting is a woman named Chloe, a house slave who was given more freedom than most enslaved people at the time. According to the widely told story, Chloe was the mixed-race daughter of the plantation's owner and served as a housekeeper. She reportedly had an affair with the general's nephew, and when the general's wife discovered the relationship, she allegedly cut off Chloe's ear as punishment for stealing her husband's affection. Enraged and humiliated, Chloe poisoned the general's children by adding arsenic to their dessert, killing 2 of the 7 children. When the family found out what she had done, they hanged Chloe from a tree on the property and left her body there for days as a warning to other slaves. Whether this exact story is completely accurate or has been embellished over time is debated by historians, but what cannot be debated is the sheer loom of terrifying encounters that have occurred at this location since then. Fast forward to modern times, and the Myrtles Plantation has become a paranormal tourist destination, drawing thousands of ghost hunters, skeptics, and curious tourists every single year. The reported phenomena are nothing short of astonishing. Guests regularly describe feeling sudden cold spots throughout the house, even when the HVAC system is running perfectly. Visitors have reported being tapped on the shoulder, only to turn around and find empty space. The most famous spirit is described as a young woman wearing a green dress, which matches the traditional attire of a house slave from that era. She is most often seen on the famous staircase, gliding upward with a sad expression on her face, only to vanish before reaching the top landing. Guests staying overnight in the house have woken up to find the ghost of a young girl sitting at the foot of their bed. Others have reported hearing children's laughter in empty rooms, only to discover there are no children anywhere on the property. Photographs taken at the Myrtles have captured inexplicable misty figures, orbs of light that appear and disappear, and even the unmistakable outline of a woman in a mirror. Now, before we go any further, I want to hear from you. Have you ever visited a place that you believed was haunted, or do you think Therese always a rational explanation for strange experiences? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because I'd love to hear about your experiences. But let's get back to the investigation, because this is where things get really interesting. Over the years, the Myrtles has attracted some of the most respected paranormal investigators in the country. They have documented EVP, or electronic ice phenomena, which are sounds captured on recording devices that are not audible to the human ear at the time of recording, but can be heard upon playback. One of the most famous recordings from the Myrtles captured what sounds like a little girl saying, "My name is Chloe." Investigators have measured significant electromagnetic field anomalies throughout the house, particularly near the famous 17 steps that lead to where Chloe was supposedly buried. These fluctuations in electromagnetic fields have been scientifically linked to sensations of being watched or touched in other controlled environments. The problem is that the Myrtles shows these anomalies far more frequently and at much higher intensities than almost any other comparable location. Some researchers have also documented infrasound, which is sound at frequencies below human hearing that can cause feelings of unease, nausea, and even visual hallucinations. This could explain some of the more mild experiences, but it falls apart when you talk to witnesses who have had full-blown visual encounters with apparitions that were seen by multiple people at the same time. Skeptics, of course, have their own explanations. They argue that the power of suggestion plays an enormous role in what people experience at the Myrtles. Once you tell yourself a place is haunted, your brain starts looking for evidence to confirm that belief. They point out that old houses settle, pipes creak, and temperature fluctuations are completely normal, especially in a building with such poor insulation. Some skeptics have also suggested that the legend of Chloe has been deliberately exaggerated over the years by owners who realized that a good ghost story brings in big tourism dollars. After all, the Myrtles now operates as a bed and breakfast and event venue, and they actively market their haunted reputation. Is it possible that we've created our own collective haunting through the power of storytelling and expectation? That is certainly one theory, but it fails to account for the experiences of people who had no idea about the house's reputation before visiting. What makes the Myrtles so compelling is not just the loom of reports, but their consistency. The descriptions of the woman in the green dress have remained remarkably unchanged for over 100 years. The specific locations where activity occurs, like the staircase and the area near the 17 steps, have remained consistent across countless testimonies. This is not a case of people imagining things based on suggestion alone. Something very real appears to be happening at this location, and whether you believe in ghosts or not, you have to admit that the evidence is intriguing. Startup. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more interesting videos.